Hello guys, I need you all to hit the like button. I need you all to subscribe, and I need you all to tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell everyone about this channel, about this video, about narcissists, about narcissistic abuse, and about the characteristics and behavior of narcissists. How to get out, how to get away, and how to get to safety, and how to have and lead a normal, happy, healthy life. Normal, happy, healthy life, guys. So I just want to go ahead and immediately dig right into the conversation of today. And that is, the world is getting worse by the day, by the minute, by the hour, by the week, by the month, by the year. More and more narcissists are coming out of the woodwork. Haven't y'all noticed that? More and more people are plotting and scheming to do evil. More and more people are becoming selfish. More and more people's hearts are waxing cold. More and more people are accustomed functioning off of dysfunction, and more people are not working on themselves, and more people are not taking accountability for their actions. The world is just messed up, y'all. I'm gonna just tell you. The cost of living is going up more and more, which means companies, corporations, and landlords are becoming more greedy and more selfish. The cost of goods and services are steadily increasing, while wages are remaining and staying the same, or wages are not catching up to the cost of goods and services and the cost of living in general. Children are disobeying their parents, disrespecting their parents. Children are out here just running amok. Marriages are falling apart. There is no real such thing as a friend no more in these days and times. If you call somebody your friend, you need to dissect them real thoroughly, and you really need to see if this person is really your friend, because the definition of friend these days, I don't even know what the definition of friend is anymore. And the definition of love, according to the Bible, is no match to how people are treating each other in today's time. No one can be trusted, really. A lot of people are not being men of their word. I mean, when you sit and just think about it, it's depressing, right? I mean, it's really depressing. And I really understand why some people are thinking of committing suicide and taking their life. I can totally understand why some people just want to check out. I get it. Like, it's getting to the point where it's like, man, what's the point of living? What's the point of continuing to go on with this mess that we call life, with this hellhole that we call the world? Yeah. And then when I think about it too, like, I'm thinking about my children. Like, if I had to do over again and I had the option to choose, I would choose not to have children, simply because I wouldn't want my children brought into this horrible, cruel world that we are living in. I wouldn't want my kids to go through the stuff that we are going through right now. You know, this blessing and curse that we call the internet has our children exposed to so much. They know more than they should know, more than what their immature brains can process. And that's scary. That means our children are exposed to sex, promiscuity. Our children are exposed to manipulation tactics. The internet is teaching our children how to lie to their parents. The internet is exposing us to so much that men hate women now, and women hate men. You know, how are we going to be able to survive as human beings if men and women are against each other? The God's word says, a house divided against itself cannot stand. So if men and women are against each other and we are divided, that means that mankind is in big trouble. You guys understand me? It's not looking good for the future. That means that my grandchildren don't have no bright future. My potential grandchildren, because I don't know if any of my children will end up having children, but my potential grandchildren don't have a very bright future. That means that mankind need God now more than ever. And this is the thing. This is the heart of spiritual warfare. This is the heart of spiritual warfare, guys. And we got to start thinking about what's most important. We got to get our life right with the Lord. We got to get our life right with God so that He is pleased when we exit our body and take our last breath. And then you got all the politic issues in the world going on. You know, we don't know what Trump is going to do next. All I continue to hear is things that he's making plans on changing. Some people are okay with what he's about to do and with what he's doing, and others are not. So not only are men and women are divided against each other, but so is people of other races, backgrounds, and cultures. We are divided more now than we have ever been, guys. We're divided against each other from a political standpoint, from a sex standpoint, that means men and women, from every angle that you can pretty much look at life. We are divided in every angle of life. This spiritual war is something serious, and it's taken over like an infectious virus. It's taken over. And this is why we need God more now than ever, because the spiritual war that we are up against we can't handle this on our own. We need God to step in and do a work in all of us, and we need God to step in and work miracles. We need God to step in and heal our land. We need God to step in, because the enemy, he just busy and he's running rampant, okay? And from the looks of things, it don't look like it's getting any better for us, guys. It's not getting any better. And then when you look at the economy, the cost of living is so high that nearly almost every American is trying to stretch the dollar just to make ends meet. Every American is not able to spend time with his or her family just to pay the bills. Working overtime is still not enough to make it anymore. We are so strained from an economical standpoint that's doing something as simple as getting up and going to work. We can't even afford to get up and go to work. That's how expensive it is to live. We can't even afford to get up and go to work. We can't even afford to go out to a movie here and there, go out to eat here and there, have fun here and there. We can't afford to live life. I have constantly heard throughout my lifetime, live within your means. What does that even mean anymore, guys? What does that even mean? What does it mean to live within your means? Because from my understanding, living within your means is just simply getting up and going to work and paying bills and not doing anything else. But we can't even afford to just only do that. And then, Our children's minds are so disoriented with all this crap that the internet is feeding them that they don't know whether to believe their parents or believe the internet. You got these young men out here, when they're going through puberty, all they thinking about is running after these girls, and the same thing with the girls. When they're going through puberty, they get hot in the pants, We're living in a day and time where it's hard to keep our children in line. Young mothers are becoming young grandmothers. You feel what I'm saying? And the average man of color is getting locked up. And you have this new trend now where more fathers have been stepping up for the last 10 years. More fathers have been stepping up in the urban communities, but a lot of them are not even staying with the mama so that the child can have a fair chance of being raised by the mother and the father. You feel what I'm saying? So fathers are stepping up more and doing their part, but then they not even staying with their child's mother. So them not even staying with the mama is the same as them just being absent as a parent, honestly. Because a child that's growing up in a broken home will never know what it's like to grow up with a mother and a father in the same household. So you have a lot of broken homes. You have a lot of babies born out of wedlock. You have a lot of music influencing our children, influencing adults too. The things that is being said in the lyrics, believe it or not, guys, and you can fact check this if you want to, but if you do the research and dig in deep, you will find that the lyrics and a lot of this music that the music industry is putting out is spells. They're putting spells in the music, and y'all are listening to it. We are listening to it. Our children is listening to it. And unknowingly, we are putting ourselves in agreement with the lyrics. So we are putting ourselves in agreement with the spells unknowingly. Now I completely understand why when I was a child, my parents did not allow me to listen to what they call worldly music. Because anything that is not of God is considered worldly music. So our music is tainted, full of spells and demonic spirits, and is teaching the young men to go out and go gang bang and go have sex and go do all these crazy things. It's teaching the young girls how to stick their butt out and put all the attention into their butt. And, all the music is influencing us to do is to be engaged in sex, promiscuity, drugs, violence, and evil in a nutshell. What profit is a man to gain the whole world and yet lose his soul? I mean, what does it truly mean to be happy these days? Anyway, guys, and in this video, I'm not trying to make anybody be depressed, because I'm not depressed. I'm just starting to think about the things that really actually matter, and start thinking about things that when I was in my 20s, I could care less about. I was not as wise then as I am now. So I didn't think about those things then, but I'm thinking about them now, guys. But what does happiness really truly mean? If you got everything you could possibly want, that means a house, a car, you can buy all the gadgets you want, all the toys you want, take as many trips as you want, go anywhere you want. If you have everything that you could possibly want, then what do you truly have after you have all those things? And I've heard so many celebrities admit to this. You could have everything that you could possibly want and still not be happy. Like, do y'all hear this? You could have everything that you could possibly want and still not be happy. And what do I say in my intros in every video? How to have and lead a normal, happy, healthy life. What does your life mean with no happiness? Is your life really worth living? Is it healthy and happy if you got all these material things, but your life has no true meaning behind it, no true essence, no real deep true meaning behind it, no valuable legacy? Like, I'm not throwing no shade toward the Kardashians, but the Kardashians have everything they could possibly want. But what is their legacy? What does it mean? What does their legacy mean, guys? What do they have to leave behind for their children and their grandchildren? What does their legacy truly mean? The Kardashians are the new Joneses, right? So they have everything they could possibly want. But are any of those Kardashians and Jenners, are any of them really happy? Or are they just walking around empty? Are they truly happy? Or are they empty souls walking this planet? No real salvation, no real anything that's making them whole as people, as human beings, as spirit beings. I guess that means that you and I, we all better start taking a real deep look at life and start thinking about what's going to make us happy. Forget the money, forget the cars, forget the houses, forget the latest clothing that's out, forget the basketball games and the trips. Let's forget all that for a second. What does your life mean to you without all of those things that you desire? It's because, see, here's the thing. God is powerful enough to make all these things happen for you. But what does your life mean when you have all these things, but you don't have no salvation? I know. This spiritual warfare is something serious, right? Yeah, it's something serious, y'all. So I want y'all to think about that as you go about the rest of your day, the rest of your evening, as you wake up tomorrow, as you wake up in the next couple of days. Think about what your life truly means with all this material value. And think about, are you truly happy? What, like, let me ask y'all this question. Why are we chasing the things that we think we want or we believe that we want, but we're not chasing the very substance that could make us happy and healthy up here mentally, in here, spiritually? Like, why not go after that first? Why not just go after what makes us happy and sane in here, happy and sane up here? You feel what I'm saying? I think this is the issue here. We have been programmed to want, to desire, to crave all these material things. Think about the marketing that they put in the media, the marketing that they put on the internet. See, back in my day when I was growing up, it was television. Now, internet is the new television. So think about all the media that they put into the internet. They put onto all these social media platforms. And they create these commercials and ads, all these ads that they allow y'all to see. And it does nothing but program you to want the things that they're marketing and campaigning. You want the latest shoe. You want that McDonald's. You want that new house, that new car. You know, they be advertising for houses and cars that they know the average person can't afford to buy, or the average person don't have the credit to be approved to get. So why are they putting it on the internet? Why are they putting it on TV? It's so that you can want it, so that you can crave it, right? So here's where I'm getting at. We have been programmed by the powers that be to want, to crave, to desire these material things that absolutely has no real substance, no real meaning other than it's just objects. Objects that are not going to truly fulfill us, guys. You feel what I'm saying? We need to be looking to be fulfilled first, then go after all these material things. So we need to deprogram how we have been programmed and start going after what's most important so that we can truly be happy with or without these material things.